If the world ended tomorrow, would we really notice? Maybe the end wouldn't come with an explosion. Maybe the sky wouldn't tear open. Maybe there would be no sirens, no warning signs, no dramatic moment at all. Maybe the end would be quiet, so quiet that we would live inside it without ever realizing it had begun. Throughout history, humanity has imagined the end of the world as a single moment, a final event, a sudden collapse, a point of no return. But history tells a very different story. Endings rarely arrive all at once. They arrive slowly, silently, in stages. No one living in ancient Rome woke up one morning thinking, "This is the day our civilization collapses." Markets were open, taxes were collected, children were born, life continued, and yet, within a few generations, an entire world was gone. The same was true for the Maya civilization. Their cities did not explode. Their sky did not fall. They slowly emptied, stone by stone, street by street. History shows us something uncomfortable. People living through the end almost never recognize it as the end. Psychologists have a name for this: normalization bias. It is the human tendency to accept danger when it arrives gradually. When change happens slowly, the brain stops labeling it as a threat. That is why collapse feels distant. That is why warnings feel exaggerated, because nothing seems to happen all at once. And yet, everything is changing. Every great civilization encoded this truth into its myths. In Norse mythology, Ragnarok does not begin with fire. It begins with a long winter. In Hindu cosmology, the world does not end suddenly. It decays, age by age, cycle by cycle. Ancient flood myths do not describe random destruction. They describe moral collapse, social decay, and ignored warnings. Myths were never meant to predict the future. They were meant to teach perception. They remind us that endings are rarely loud. We imagine time as a straight line, a beginning, a middle, and an end. But modern physics challenges this illusion. According to Einstein, time is not absolute. It bends, it stretches, it behaves differently depending on where you stand. Some theories suggest that past, present, and future may exist simultaneously. If this is true, then the end of the world is not something that will happen. It may be something that already exists, something we are moving through, moment by moment. This idea is deeply unsettling because it removes control. If the ending is already written, then awareness becomes the only choice, and awareness is rare. Science does not predict a single apocalypse. There is no final switch, no instant shutdown. Instead, scientists speak of tipping points, moments where systems cross a threshold and cannot return. Climate systems, economic systems, social systems, once crossed, they do not collapse immediately. They continue functioning, but differently. The world does not disappear. The old world never comes back. Think of a frog in slowly heating water. The temperature rises so gradually that the frog never jumps. By the time it understands what is happening, it is too late. Many scientists believe Humanity may be inside. That moment, for the first time in Earth's history, a single species can alter the entire planet. We reshape ecosystems, change the climate, poison the oceans, and still, most people believe the end, if it comes, will come suddenly. But extinction has never worked that way. Extinction comes through adaptation to danger, slow acceptance, silent normalization. This is not fear. This is pattern recognition. If humanity disappeared tomorrow, the earth would not mourn. Cities would crumble. Roads would crack. Forests would return. Chernobyl proved this. When humans left, life did not die. It flourished. The planet does not need us to survive. The universe will not notice. Stars die every day. Galaxies collide. Worlds vanish. The universe does not recognize endings. Only stories do. And the end of the world is only the end of our story. So what if the end does not arrive suddenly? What if we are already inside it? What if the final awakening is not a disaster, but a realization? History shows us that people do not awaken. When the end begins, they awaken. After it has passed, maybe this is not a countdown. Maybe this moment is the ending we have been waiting for, and we are still expecting it to look different. The real question is this: are we living in the world as it truly is, or only in the version we have been shown? Look beyond the obvious.